youngsters under your direct supervision. That way they won't be getting around, getting into locations.
All right, get set to go at Butler tonight. And before we get going, I can't imagine starting off without congratulating Dean Jacobs, the number 7 sprinter, for the Speed Week Championship. Good job, man, again.
Thanks a lot. That meant a lot to my car owner. He said at the beginning of the year when we got together he'd like to win this All-Star Speed Week Championship, and we got it done. We could have had a little better finishes, I think, but the points added up enough to win the point championship, so that meant a lot to us.
Okay, that was physically tough on you. Buggered up your shoulder pretty good.
Yeah, I went and had it checked out there afterwards, and they told me I had a cracked shoulder blade and a bone chip off there, but there really ain't nothing they can do about it anyway, so we'll just keep on racing.
Okay, you made a big jump in the season points. Here we go with the second half, 7th to 3rd. Kenny's just in front of you at 2nd. How cool would it be to wind up with you and him fighting it out for this championship at the end of the season?
I think that'd be awesome, and we got a good shot. Things are really coming together for us. Bonsai and I have worked together before, but not with this team, and now it's all starting to gel together with Matt Frischie works on the car during the week and at the races with us, and it's all starting to come together. And if we keep the car finishing races and I do my job, there's still a shot of winning that championship.
Hot night here at Butler, Quincy, Michigan here. It looks like a dry track. What do you think of here? We haven't been here in 2 years.
Yeah, I've only been here a few times. Most of the time it does take some rubber down and it gets pretty slick. If we start up front, we'll like that. If we start in the back, we'll just have to race our butt off. But it's fair for everybody, so we'll just get out there and give it our best.
Congratulations on the Speed Week Championship, and good luck in the second half of the season and tonight here at Butler.
All right, thanks, guys.
Dean Jacobs, everybody. Okay, so we head in the second half of the season, and coming with you, tied for 2nd for Speed Week. Is that a nice way of saying 3rd or a nice way of saying a close 2nd?
I don't know what it would be.
Chad Kemenow, by the way, everybody.
Nice 2nd, nice 3rd, something. I don't know. We were pretty happy with Speed Week, though, overall. To come out there tied for 2nd with Kelly Kinzer and actually to be that close to winning the thing after the 7 days racing with them guys, that was pretty good.
It got to the point to where it was like one guy needs to finish one space ahead of another guy. You needed 4 spaces ahead of everybody to finish and get it, but so you had to be chomping at the bit for it.
Yeah, we thought we maybe had a shot there, going into Zanesville, but with Dean, we started, I think, side by side or next to each other, and it's just hard. Everyone right now is the same speed. You almost have to have one of us had to have a little bit of bad luck in order for one of us to jump up that much.
Second half of the season, here we go. You've got a tight grab on the top spot for the season championship, the one that counts, and looks like if, barring anything disastrous, you can walk off with this puppy.
That's what we're hoping, but, we just got to stay, like I keep harping on, this top 10 deal, and so far that's what we've been doing, and it's going to make it tough. The last half of the season's always the toughest. That's when you find out how good a team you got.
First time back to Butler in 2 years. Looks like a dry track. What are you looking at for setups tonight?
I don't know. This place here is kind of noted for that thing that I dread, laying rubber, and it gets awful boring when it does that here, but hopefully it'll just blow off and get slick from the top to bottom and we'll be able to race around this place.
I was going to say a couple of weeks back, I think it was you who did everything but blow a bowel over a slick track, huh?
Yeah, I like them slick, but man, this laying the rubber stuff, but this place here is really fun. It's a really neat racetrack when it doesn't lay rubber, but when it lays rubber, it's just like racing at Daytona. I mean, you just get in line and away you go.
Good luck in the second half of the season. Good luck here tonight at Butler.
All right, thanks, guys.
Chad Kemenow, the Harbles Motorsports, number 15.
Souvenir stand, please. Otherwise, we're not used to it. Robbie Duncan on the clock for his first time qualifying. Up high, throwing Rooster tail. 55.3 for Robbie Duncan. Time out from his business making yo-yo. Second lap considerably faster, 14.530. 14.530. Car. Chuck, one of our regular drivers here at Butler Motor Speedway. 14.413 on the 55J, 14.415. 14.439 second lap. 14.942. Fast time so far for Greg Wilson in the 63W. Byron Reed, 15.545. Kelly Kinzer in the 4K car. $14.65, 14.165 for Kelly Kinzer. A 0.27 second lap. Kelly Kinzer off over the top of the second turn. Mike Schumacher, 24 draw. Ryan Ellenbarger, number 14.248. on Danny Smith. Don Darnell to the front gate. Don Darnell to the front gate. (13.612). Landon Smith on back for a 10-year fire. Looks a little faster this time around. We may see a new 13.725, just a couple of ticks over. 13.725. Travis Violet in the YouTube car. $4.380 for Travis Violet. Head time 13.423. Fast time, Jared Hall. Cash Kevin, 15K time. Cash Kavanaugh. 15K car, first time 13.912. 1.922. Second lap 13.715, 13.715. That's about the fourth fast time, I believe. Jason Johnson at 13.946. Second lap, Jason Johnson. 14.253, 14.253. Along with that rack of $15 sale sweatshirt. Let's get the Butler wave onto that fourth turn and down the front straightaway. As the white flag comes out indicating next time around they're going to be on the hammer. Ken Quimby in the 9Q car, getting not upside down, but getting on his side in the number 2 turn. Cars involved, 7, 75, 51, 5, 8, and 9Q. KT Equipment Rental Heat underway once again. On the fourth turn for the green flag, it's underway. little wave as they come down the front straightaway. They're relaxing. They're getting their concentration all focused on the business at hand. The business at hand is being in the top 5 in 10 laps. Of course, they all want to be in that number 1 spot, but the top 5 takes you up to the big show. JB Enterprise Racing Products. Familiar with sprint car racing. There is no neutral, there is no gearbox per se. Well, there is a gearbox, but it's strictly engaged or not engaged. There is no clutch. Bob Jones, Mr. Nice Guy in the 91 car, leading around at reduced speed. As Tim races one hand to shield his eyes, he's got the green light in the other hand. Entry to the number 2 turn, bringing out a caution flag. Last night had over $900 in the winner's half of the 50-50 tickets. I want to beat that tonight. Come on, let's beat Spartan Speedway. Yellow flag. 7 off of the fourth turn. Auto Repair and Towing going to give us a hand down there. U2, 20 and 22 involved in that shunt. And just for good measure, we've got a couple up over the top on the second turn. Something in the steering on that 3S car. Seven laps in, still 3 laps to go. July 29th and September 2nd. White flag, 1 lap to go. Angler Machine and Tool, heat number 4. 10 times round, top 5 finishers. Go on, big show. Starter didn't like the planetary conjunction of the car. Mike Schumacher's 24 cross car having a problem. We'll try this one more time. Watch out of that fourth turn. I think they're going to maintain their alignment. Check a bit more carefully. Tire assembly right off the machine. Something is definitely amiss in Mark Aldrich's car. your winner, Byron Reed.
All right, winner of heat number 3 in the 1R car, a local guy, schooling us again, Sean Robinson. Way to go out there.
Hey, thanks very much.
You were schooling Kenny Jacobs. That's no small task, I want to tell you. He's our 3-time champion.
Well, I'll tell you what, when he showed me his wheel, buddy, I kind of, like Brad Doty would say, elbows up, which I should have been there in the first place, but I don't know, just something about these guys that make you want to race a little harder.
It's always a lesson that you just don't give up because you never know what's going to happen. And you had a big break right in front of you there. Ryland, Duncan, and Ellenberger got all crossed up, and boom, you're in front.
Yeah, they got me on the start. I had my motor stumbled just a tad, so I didn't get a good start, but hey, I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Okay, you haven't won a feature here this year. You're a local guy, but this would be a great night to do it. 5,000 to win. How with the All-Stars?
Oh boy, I'd tell you what, it'd be the biggest win of my career. I know that.
So what you're telling me is you're going to be out with the All-Stars next year throughout the whole tour?
Well, like I said, I'm trying to get there, man. It just takes a little bit of money, and we're like I said, we're trying to get there. So
a true cowboy working hard. Sean Robinson. Good luck in the A-main.
Thank you.
All right, Sean Robinson. All right, winner of heat number 2 here. Another local guy does it again. Bob Tomes. Good job out there, huh?
Thank you. Yep.
It's kind of a dusty track tonight. You run here regular, and I heard upstairs you got 1 feature win this year.
Right, one so far.
Okay, nice job tonight, but you'd like to get that $5,000 and win it with the All-Stars, huh?
I'd love to get that. That would be great.
It's got to do a lot to boost your confidence to take out the All-Stars like this, huh?
Yeah, it really does. It really helps a lot.
Is it a fast track for you?
Yeah, it's pretty fast tonight. It's real sticky. Yep, it's going to eat tires. It's going to be a fast track. It's going to be a fast race.
All right, wish you the best, Bob, in the A-main.
Thank you.
Bob Tomes, local runner here, winner of heat number 2. Back to you, Rick. All right, winner of heat number 1, Dean Jacobs. Taking no time laying down the smack in that first heat, huh?
Yeah, we got a little break there. Them guys crashing up front put us on the front row. Racetrack got rubber down. It's hard to pass, so the guy ought to win from the front row tonight. And I wish that'd be like 5 or 6 quick for the A-main, and one of those guys ought to win the race unless something happens. But we're going to start back our way and just have to go for it, that's all.
It seems like the All-Stars have been running into ice rinks all year long, man. I mean, what is the deal with that?
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. We as drivers ask our car owners to spend all the money we can get them to spend to buy us the best motors we can have, and then the track promoters don't seem to want to put the time and effort in to make us have a nice racetrack, and this is what we end up with. It's pretty disappointing, actually, but it's kind of out of our hands. We just got to do whatever we can do with what we got.
As far as the All-Stars running out of state, they go up to Pennsylvania. They have a rough time with some of the locals. The locals are running pretty tough here tonight, too.
Yeah, the local cars are all right. It's one of, like I said, it's one of them tracks where it's hard to pass on. The guys, you get them up front on the tracks locked down with rubber, it's hard to pass. So, like I said, a guy on the front row ought to win tonight. Hopefully a guy in about the 4th or 5th row will win tonight.
All right, good luck in the aiming.
All right, thanks, guys.
Dean Jacobs, winner of heat number 1. Back to you, Rick.
Give us a play-by-play. What happened down there?
Get those boxing gloves out, man. All right, here with the pole setter, it's Greg Wilson. Greg, nice run out there in the heat. Looking good for the A-main.
Yeah, it's a good place to start with the way the track is. It looks like it's going to have rubber down pretty much all the way across, and it's a good time to start on the pole. Hopefully we can stay up there and keep the Hampshire Racing Engine 63 car up front.
3 out of your 4 wins this year, not counting Lyman now, 3 out of your 4 wins have come on hard black surfaces like this. It seems to be your kind of track.
Yeah, but usually they don't lay rubber like this place, and we're really not ready for the tire situation, and we're just going to go out there and try to hang in there and be there at the end of the race, because I think that'll be the key, not to burn your tires off the car and have a flat, and just hang in there for the whole race.
All right, Greg Wilson, wish you best of luck in the A-main.
All right, thank you, guys.
Greg Wilson, the Hampshire number 63 spinner. Back to you, Rick. All right, winner of heat number 4, Byron Reed. As you said earlier in the night, the place is kind of rough. It's an ice bowl again.
Yeah, what a difference a week makes. We go from Portsmouth to Butler. That's all I need to say.
I was going to say, to look back to Speed Week, you accomplished something that somebody hasn't been able to do in 3 years. You won 2 races in Speed Week, and that's no small task.
Yeah, it was a really good week for us. I was really happy with it, and let's hoping to keep it up. Looking forward to the Brad Doty show here Wednesday. Maybe we can get a win there.
All right, a lot of attrition in your heat there. Track doesn't seem to be doing anybody any favors.
No, it's this deal here is just going to cost everybody a lot of money, and I'm starting way in the back of the feature, but I'm plotting my strategy just like a NASCAR race. I'm banking on a 2-tire stop. I think if I playing my cards right, maybe if I be the first guy to blow my tire, and then I'll be in the front of the line when everybody else blows them. Maybe I can win this thing.
That's what happened in the other heat race there. 3 guys go down, and all of a sudden you're there, so you never want to give up on something like this, do you?
That's right. I just got to keep her on all fours.
Byron Reed, winner of heat number 4. Back to you. Okay, starting outside row number 1, Jason Johnson and the Jack Eldon Sprinter. Nice run so far tonight. Slick track, though. The All-Stars keep on running into it like this.
Yeah, well, tonight ain't really slick. You kind of got rubber down. It's kind of like having like a little heavy track. The only thing with rubber, though, is it kind of makes it one lane, so we're definitely going to start in the right position.
You feel like this is your kind of track? Would you rather see something a little more tacky?
No, this definitely ain't my kind of track. I'm used to heavier tracks. Actually, the first time I ever run in rubber was down in Florida, so I don't have a whole lot of rubber experience, but my guys just keep telling me to stay patient.
Seems like the guy so far in the heat races on the outside of row 1 seems to be the guy prevailing off the green flag.
I surely hope so. I believe we're starting on the outside pole of the feature.
I wish you the best in the A-Main and hope you get that $5,000 tonight.
I surely hope so. Thank you very much.
All right, outside row 1 tonight, Jason Johnson. Back to you, Rick.
Richard Brown to the front gate, please. Richard Brown to the front gate, please. Hallmark Dash, imminent launch. They're off. Let's hear it for your winner in the 4 car, Danny Smith. All-Star Circuit of Champions. B-Main, 12 laps around, top 4. Go to the A-Main. So really good view. For those of you old enough to remember Ed Sullivan. Oh, he was Topo Giggio's sidekick. It's just the guy that put the Beatles on for the first time. Beatles? Yeah, Paul McCartney's first backup band. Okay. Are you ready? Cars involved, 67, Scott Bailey, 8, Corey Bebard. 1A of Mark Aldrich, the 29 car of Daryl Schaefer, and the 40Z car of Steve Zabonik. B-Main, 12 times around, top 4, go to the A-Main. Are you ready? up almost against the fence on the inside of the number 2 turn.
All right, winner of the B main after a disastrous heat number 3, Brian Ellenberger. Welcome back to the A, man.
It's good to be in the A now. I was beginning to wonder.
I was going to say, sometimes navigating disaster in the sport, well, it's pretty much a given, and you seem to have been doing a good job of it this year.
Yeah, we've dodged quite a few, but we couldn't avoid it tonight.
You got a big win last night at Sharon Speedway. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, we did. We won at Sharon Speedway last night, and it's good to go out there and get one every now and again. If we had we were able to start up front, but no, we ran good last night.
Having a fast car and running tough has not been a problem for you this year. It just seems like that combination of 3 never comes together. You get 1 and 2, but number 3 seems to go haywire for you, and it seems to blow you off the track.
Yeah, absolutely, it does. And then, you need a little bit of luck. I'm convinced you got to have just a little bit of luck, and we haven't had a whole lot. But no, I think we're coming around. I'm excited about what we've been doing, and I look forward to the second half of the year here.
Had an injury with your neck there a couple of weeks back. How's that feeling?
It's feeling a lot better now. I unfortunately had to sit out for a few races and didn't want to do it, but I got that fixed, so I think we're ready to go.
Brian Ellenberger, it's always good to see you back with the All-Stars, and congratulations last night. Good luck in the A.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, Brian Ellenberger, winner of the B main, looking to take it back home in the A. Back to you, Rick. Got it. All right, Danny Smith, winner of the Dash tonight. Danny, fast car?
Well, so far it's been pretty good. That's going to start us in the 3rd row of the feature, and we put on the hardest tires we got, and hopefully we'll make it to the end.
Okay, second half of the season, your car has been bent to crap after a speed week. You finally got that thing back together?
Yeah, we put a new one together this week. Got a new stockpile of wings, and we're ready to go again.
You're 4th in points right now. You can very much make a run at this thing.
Yeah, a little bit of luck goes our way for a change, and some good wins would definitely help us out, but we're going to need a little help from the other guys.
All right, nice run in the Dash, and good luck in the A.
All right, thanks.
Danny Smith, winner of the Dash tonight. Back to you, Rick.
All right, here they come for the brass. Let's hit it! couple car alarms out in the parking lot. They're weeping and bleeping. And they're going to cry till somebody comes along and shuts them off. White flag, 1 lap to go. 55 laps around the Butler Motor Speedway 3/8 mile. It all hinges now on fuel consumption and tire wear. Hopefully they all mounted up a hard compound tire on that right rear corner. Getting tangled up about halfway down the front straightaway. Quickly enough to rejoin the back of the pack. got the new 2001 Butler Motor Speedway edition t-shirt. If you have a burning desire to pick up All-Star Champions memorabilia, t-shirts, etc., they got those for sale down there.
third place tonight, man. Bumping up, fast time tonight. You got a good placement in the feature, and here he is, Jared Hall, the 51 car, man.
Yeah, we earlier in the year we got rained out with the All-Stars, so they have a weekly race here on Saturday nights. We come here and race and got some notes, end up winning that night. So coming back here, we already pretty much knew what we needed to do, and worked out pretty good.
So you not only know where the rocks are, you know where the dead bodies are buried up here in Michigan, huh?
That's for sure. They had some holes here the last time we was here, but turned out to be a pretty good race, and same thing tonight. We started 6th, got a few on the start, and ended up running 3rd, so not too bad of a race.
You're a regular with the All-Stars, but you've been getting a lot of wins outside the All-Star ranks, other places, been getting a lot of experience. Has that been the difference to make you run better with the All-Stars?
Yeah, that's for sure. This group makes you good. Everybody here is tough. They got 15, 20 cars and win every night, so we try to race as many times as we can, and that way when we come back here, we stay pretty sharp.
It is great to see you up on the podium tonight, 3rd place. What the heck, we'll take it, huh?
Yeah, like I said, that's we've been struggling the last couple of weeks with some bad luck, so we're pretty happy with 3rd.
Very fast car tonight. Jared Hall, 3rd place. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, 2nd place finisher tonight. It's good to see you back up towards the front. Kenny Jacobs after a rough speed week, man, but good to see you here.
Yeah, it's I mean, it was a tough racetrack tonight. Jason did a great job. He ran hard the whole race, and I was being a little leery. I was afraid of blowing tires and didn't run near as hard as I should have, but I don't think I could have passed him anyhow unless we'd have gotten lap traffic and kept having yellows. We didn't get to lap traffic, so didn't have a chance.
You're taking no time establishing yourself for the second half of the season. I know it's not the checkered flag. I know you want a checkered flag, but it's what you got to do to get that championship, man.
Well, that's true. You know, I'm telling myself there when I was running second that it doesn't do any good to run his rear bumper off here the last 5 laps because I can't pass him, and if I blow a tire out, last isn't very good when you're trying to win a championship. You're right.
I was talking to Dean earlier. Dean's right on your tail. You're right behind Chad. You finished ahead of both of them tonight. That's got to feel good, but how cool it would be if you and Dean would fight this out right down to the very wire.
Well, I hope that happens. You know, I don't know if it will. Chad's been pretty consistent, and it looks like he's going to be consistent all year. We just got to beat him. So it'd be neat if Dean can run second.
Here for the second half of the season, you were a little bit concerned about the wrenching of the car, getting it back in shape again, getting it to run fast. It looks like you got that problem ironed out.
Well, we got a pretty good race car here. There's no doubt about it. Aaron Hammer's been working with me for a long time now, and our biggest problem was that we were switching around tires. We ran the Goodyears, we ran the American Racers, and we're running Hoosiers right now, and that's confusing to a veteran, let alone a young mechanic like Aaron Hammer. So I had him confused a little bit, but I think we're on the right track now, and there again in the feature, I was a little confused. I ran a 55 Hoosier. I had no idea how it would wear, so I didn't know how hard to run the car, but, you know, we all learn something every day.
Moss, wish you the best second half of the season. Good to see you up top here at Butler tonight.
All right, thanks a lot. We'll try to win one next time.